Guess this is my thoughts for now. I have trauma and CPTSD, psychosis. Psychosis where you kind of start talking to yourself because you can't process the trauma's that bad, I guess. Psychosis brought on by trauma. It's treated through medications. Obviously, I don't have medications. I have a series of fucking vitamins, to emotionally blunt. My brain's been doing this weird thing, and I can feel it like changing. And I think my halo brain is starting to work again. I guess something about being poisoned with heavy metals until you're retarded damages the outer parts of your brain. And I guess mine's regenerating because I've just been able to recently feel sympathy and empathy reactivating my brain. So now I really feel really bad. I guess guilt. I feel guilt about what happened. I am tired. And I realize that I'm going to be killed either way. So I guess making a conscious effort to turn myself in probably won't be that bad. I don't really see a winning proposition for me in this. People with trauma and PTSD and psychosis, they don't do well in prison, and they're compounding mental disorders that require expensive, serious treatments. And as we know, I'm poor and I can't afford those things. So, and what do you do with these people? You put them in prison because they can't afford anything and their brain doesn't work anyway. So fuck them, right? Welcome to America. I recently just remembered, I think I was talking to Dwayne Johnson when I was president, and he was teaching me how to do a haka. I don't know why I remember doing that, but I also remember doing this bizarre, really weird acid trip where I went and met, like, the high chief, and I was on this island. I also remember being in Australia now. I don't know why I remember being in. When you're the president, you get to trip balls, and you just go trip balls everywhere. I don't believe I was actually in Australia or on an island in Hawaii, okay? I was tripping balls. That's what. I'm not emotionally stunted, so I know an acid trip when I see an acid trip. Holy shit, was I gone. They were making up a haka for me. I don't remember why. I did something significant for the Maui, I guess. I don't, maybe just getting rid of the white man was good enough. I have no recollection. They destroyed my mind, and what comes back are fragments that build on top of one another. Not coherent thoughts, but rather puzzle pieces that need to be reassembled. Today, I realized that part of their bullshit with poisoning you with heavy metals is to keep you in the fear brain, the survival brain, the trauma brain, which is pretty much emotionally stunted. And I realized through all these videos I've been doing, I exhibited almost all of their behaviors through most of them, to some extent, I guess. I was reactionary from having heavy metal poisoning in my brain, which tells you how serious heavy metal poisoning actually is. I didn't have sympathy or empathy for when I was doing those videos. I was just really fucking upset. And, like, of course I was upset. And being reactionary means you feel an emotion, you act on it. There's no thought, you should always, emotions last for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then they go away. They only get perpetuated when you perpetuate them. Okay. I, as a stoic, think when I feel an emotion, I process it, and then it goes away. My body goes, we feel sad, and I go, okay, I feel sad. Like, it's probably autism, I don't know. I remember doing this, like, thing with I think it was this arm, you do the, like, thing like that, and you shake your fingers, and it's like, like, I don't know why I was doing that as president. It probably looked like a total fucking loot. But I've never cared what people thought about me anyways. I remember the wives had yelling at me multiple times when I was doing something stupid or weird or I said something gross and disgusting. And they were like, Bobby, don't do that. And it was like a mother yelling at a child because I've never cared what people thought about me. That's just how I've always been. This is kind of a weird thing, but the first time I ever went to church, it was like a Catholic church in Ackworth. And that was around the time I learned that the whole Jesus Christ died for your sins, but I actually watched like a video, like one of those shitty cartoons. And I got really upset when they just let them put Jesus up on the cross. And everybody just stood by and watched him die. And that's where bad people win when good people stand by and do nothing. And I guess if I'm going to call myself a good person, I actually have to do something. Outside of, I failed to turn myself into the FBI. Obviously, it's going to be something radical and stupid and fucking... But I guess that's my way. This is probably the closest to a fair shot at anything I've ever gotten, and I guess maybe I've always been pissed that Jesus just fucking dies because maybe on some level I am a reincarnation of Jesus. And I get upset about it because I'm like, that's fucking stupid. My thing about good people dying is straightforward. They did one good thing and then they're dead. And this was an argument I had with Anal Eating Mummy God. He's like, well, they did their thing, and no. People are capable of more than just one act of greatness, okay? If somebody like Abraham Lincoln was allowed to live, he could have fucking handled the rebuilding of America in a way that these white supremacist fucks would have never existed, okay? But he got shot in the head, and he was shot in the head by the church. John Wilkes Booth actually worked for the church, okay? And this is followed by a series of those events in this church that these guys did do. Like, that's not a joke. Even the Kennedy. Oswald was, they had the Memphis people out there hypnotize him into having steady hands because he was a really shit shot when he went to kill Kennedy. I had this, yeah, I think I actually used to get pissed about Jesus being killed because I guess that's my destiny. Maybe the problem is I'm too fucking tough. I was supposed to report to church and then fucking die, and that was supposed to be the end of it, and I didn't fucking die, so... The curse of the black skin of Vajrapani is a great one because you don't die when you're supposed to. I like to think I love life more than some, but honestly, in my current state, I'm just miserable. And I realize the church isn't gonna stop their goals to just cause me misery. You know, they jack off to me these videos when they're like, "We heard him," ha! You know. I remember this weird conversation where Anal Eating Mummy God's like, "Oh, when you go to prison, we're gonna give you the money," and that makes perfect fucking sense because you can't cash a check from prison. So it's going to be, oh, you got the money, but now you're in prison. Ha! Great. We'll laugh together. We'll laugh together about it, guys. We'll laugh together while I'm being beaten to death in prison for acts and crimes I didn't commit. I was coerced into by a bunch of dumb bitches that have Stockholm Syndrome in the desert. Okay. And they are dumb bitches that had Stockholm Syndrome in the desert. Nothing more. They had me stupid, and everybody on the planet wanted to keep me stupid and didn't want me to make my own decisions or have agency in my life or make any of the call any of the shots because everybody was too busy working against me. And I do the right thing, okay? I'm just gonna make that a statement, and if I'm ever doing something and you're a good person, you better join the fuck in, okay? I swear to fucking God, if it's just the truth out here that I'm the only good person in existence and everybody else is just a piece of shit, nobody's getting into fucking heaven. That's what's gonna fucking happen when I'm dead. You're all gonna be like, oh, well, there's no reason for churches anymore because that Bobby guy came back as a prophet. We fucking murdered him in prison and then fucking... Or they stapled him to a cross and let Stu eat his brain, and now nobody gets into heaven and the end of times is upon us. Yeah, that was really stupid. You guys are really fucking dumb. I don't know. I don't care for the prophecy shit. Like, I think in my back of my mind, I keep hearing the Doom guy fucking thing. We send on to them only you. Go forth and rip and tear until it is done. Like, I wish I was like Doom Guy. I wish I could just walk into this fucking church and just start ripping people apart until it's done. But that would be the easy way out. If I had all the powers of Doom Guy. Trust me, if I had all the powers of Doom Guys, these evil churches wouldn't be a thing. And I know there's people that don't know any better, but here's the truth. It's for the greater good. The slaughter of them would be for the greater good. They're not going to learn. They're not going to develop. They're going to do the wrong thing every time. I remember Blondie now telling me he's going to steal... he was stealing my stories off of DA to impress the wife he wants, because he doesn't want me to have the rich wife, so he's going to keep the rich wife no matter what, and he explained that to me. I'm not allowed to have the rich wife. That's his property, because that's how women work. They're property. And I remember him telling me, like, I don't mean that. That's what they think. And I remember this shit where he was like, you do this, you're going to get money. Obviously, I'm not going to get money. I'm going to be in prison. And he's like, and you're going to get a wife. And obviously, it's either going to be an ugly wife, a dead wife, or a stupid wife. And it's going to be somebody I don't want, because in their brains, women is currency. Okay. Yeah, imagine trying to explain to people you're capable of love, but also women is currency. I'm so done with people trying to control my fucking sex life. Like, holy shit, dude. I'm so done with people trying to control every aspect of me when I'm so fucking smart. I fucking know better than you. If there is any stacking order, it should be me on top and you dumb motherfuckers on the bottom. And I'm not going to get high on LSD to tell you like it is. I'm just going to tell you like it is. And your little fucking feelings are going to get hurt because you're a little bitch. Okay? I had a funny moment tonight watching Sinners with my brother. It's a vampire movie. And I remember when I was out there in the desert, I was just high on all the drugs. And I was like, the problem with white people, why they steal everything from everyone else and they take credit for everything from everyone else, is they don't have the ability to be original in any form. I was like, their cultures are all stolen from other cultures. They stole the Viking culture. They stole music. I was like, their culture is like their food, bland and tasteless, which is why they started stealing spices from India, because their culture sucks. It is a blank page that you can splatter mud upon and smear it as you will to say what it is. They have no real culture, okay? No, and this is the problem with the angry white man, is their culture might as well be guns and burgers, because that's it. I guess I just stated that I'm going to make some type of an attempt at going to court. As stated, I'm okay with my death. I don't really... There's no winning in this for me. And that is just something I need to do radical acceptance on. And I think about, like, you know, just like the Belly Girl, she just wanted to have kids. Like, she wanted to live her life. She offended some effeminate asshole in this church and got fucking murdered for it, okay? If words is enough to make you kill people, you don't need to be in charge or a leader of anything. Okay, if you are that much of a fragile fucking pussy, and you are a fragile fucking pussy, nobody should ever respect you on any level. They should make fun of you and beat your ass. That's what should happen until you toughen the fuck up, alright? I don't know. I would have preferred a real relationship in my life. Obviously, Stu was busy and the church was busy helping him murder any woman I like, so that'll never fucking happen. Unless it's with one of these retarded dumb bitches from the church that are fucking useless, so... Yeah, that'll be great, and that's one of my things. I remember telling Blondie, I was like, I'll probably take the money, but I'm not taking the fucking woman, and I remember this awkward silence in the Okay. But now I think about it, I might not even take the fucking... Obviously, I won't take it because I'll be in prison, which is going to be the we got him, he's so fucking stupid. Like, great. Thank you, you piece of shits. That's fucking great. Yeah. I don't know what these people are so hard on about being complete pieces of shit, or what, like, drives that. Obviously, it's the spite brain. I gotta be the biggest piece of shit on the planet because I can get away with it because I have power, money, and a bunch of dumb assholes are willing to do what I tell them no matter what, even if it's commit atrocities and murder your own family. And that's not a joke. Like, these garbage cans of human beings have no business being around intelligent people, and I mean that to 100%. And that includes the guys that are in the FBI and CIA. The CIA is not the Department of Central Intelligence, it's the Department of the fucking external terrorist fucking attacks. Like, they're imbeciles. They're the Department of making everybody stupid and miserable. Like, it's all lies and doublespeak and twists and turns and bullshit after bullshit. And the only thing that comes to mind is capitalism really that fucking fragile that you gotta commit every atrocity under the fucking sun to defend it? Maybe you need to stop. Just a thought. I don't know. Yeah. These are just my thoughts for now. I don't think I'll ever find love or whatever. I was already fucked up to begin with from my childhood, and then I'm just more fucked up, and then more fucked up after that. I don't believe there is an end of this for me, and I don't believe it's because life is suffering. I think it's because there's a large group of people who are dedicated to proving to me life is suffering by causing suffering. Not that life is fucking miserable, it is created by people who want to make it miserable. I wanted to say this because I didn't have a video for it. Whatever philosophy is the best philosophy is the philosophy you choose. You can choose Nietzsche. You can choose Marcus Aurelius. You can choose Plato. You can choose Socrates. And guess what? Whichever one you choose, that is the best one, because life is what you make it. Okay, if you want to make it suffering, then it's suffering. But if you want to make it a good place, you can make it a good place. I've been trying my entire life. My problem is there's too many people dedicated to making it a fucking miserable place. So fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. Just my thoughts.